thought you were hearing a different song.
Yeah, that's the White Stripes with the Denial Twist. That's one of the better tracks, I think, from a slightly lackluster album. What do you think, Joe?
I don't know.
Okay, thanks very much.
I don't have that album.
Okay. Yeah, this is Adam and Joe.
Hello.
Here on a Saturday afternoon on XFM.
For the next 2 hours.
2 hours? Well, slightly less than 2 hours. I'm very stressed out, because I was cycling to Leicester Square here for XFM from my home in London's sexy Stockwell, and my phone dropped out of my jacket on the way. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. You lost your phone a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
Did I?
A while back?
No, I don't think I did.
I remember you complaining about all your celebrity numbers going.
Basically, somewhere... Oh, yeah, maybe I did.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. Somewhere in London, there is a phone, crammed full of famous people's numbers, lying on the street. Yeah. Like some sort of, wizard's wand.
It's a Sony Ericsson Wizard's Wand.
It's a celebrity wizard wand.
And it's silver. If you do find it somewhere between Stockwell... So the route I took was down sort of Vauxhall Bridge, across the Vauxhall Bridge Road, Embankment, through Parliament Square, up the Mall to Leicester Square. So if you happen to find it around there, I'm going to...
What make is it?
It's a Sony Ericsson.
Ericsson.
Yeah, silver one. And...
what sort of numbers has it got in there?
Man, you know what? I did some name-dropping effects.
Oh, well done. Okay.
Lila's loading them in right now, but because we dropped so many names last week, I thought we should have some name-dropping effects. Maybe
should we come back to that in a second?
Yeah, I'll give you some of the names with the effects later on.
Coming up in the show this week, we've got Crap Commentary Corner. We're going to have Ditties in the Dock. We've got some great prizes. We've got the complete Superman collection to give away on DVD. All 4 Superman films on DVD. That's good, isn't it?
That's really good.
Yeah. And also CDs to give away for Ditties in the Dock, and great music from the likes of the White Stripes, who we just had. Yeah, so, we just had them. Killers, Gorillas.
Killers and Gorillas.
Oasis, Future Heads, Weezer, Kaiser Chiefs, all that sort of thing.
Got a few good free plays for you as well. And, of course, we'll be talking rubbish about what's happened to us this week.
I need the listeners' help with some troubling kids' TV I've seen this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen some very disturbing things on children's TV that I think the adult world should be informed about.
Okay, good. I've seen some disturbing things on adult TV that I want to get off my chest as well. But anyway, should we play some music?
Yeah.
And then I'll probably be appealing tediously like a kind of low-rent Bob Geldof throughout the programme for help with my phone and reminding people that there will be a huge cash reward.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And I'll be telling you about all the names on there. That kind of thing. Can you not sympathise at all with my desire to be reunited with my phone?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good. Here's, who have we got here? This is the Killers. Somebody Told Me. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. That's the Killers with Somebody Told Me.
Yep, this is Adam and Joe on XFM, London's 104.9. Also available throughout the country on various different devices. You can call us 0871 222 1049. At any point, you can text us, 83XFM, email us, adamandjoe@xfm.co.uk. So tell us about some of those names in your phone, Adam. Are we ready to talk about this?
Yeah.
If you've just tuned in, Adam dropped his phone on the way into the studio today, and it's crammed full of celebrity names. So somewhere in London, lying on the street, is basically the key to the door of fame.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I'll start off with... I'll try out my sound effect right now with the first name that I can think of in my phone that I recently acquired.
So if some sort of criminal or nice person or scaggy picks up your phone and they go through the address book, what's the first one that would really make them think that this was a phone that belonged to someone special?
Alphabetically?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Alex James from Blur?
Ooh.
That was my name drop sound effect.
That's good.
Hang on, I'm going to put some more in there because I've got some good names to drop. So, Alex James, do you reckon that's quite good?
That's quite good, yeah, quite good. I must say, I saw him on Sky Telly's, the TV years, commentating the other day. You wouldn't see Damon doing that, would you? He
did that a long time ago, though. Don't forget.
Yeah.
You know, we popped up the other day in a really unpleasant one. I think 100 Scariest Moments.
Oh, yeah, I'm not for a moment suggesting we're as famous as any of these people.
Yeah.
But keep going. So, Alex James, that would be good. That would sort of get your... the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Well, I'll cut to Spike Jones.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That I got the other day.
That's not till S, though. You'd have to scroll through quite a lot of names to get to that.
Well, there's Jonathan Ross on there, of course. That was such a big name.
That one hurt.
It actually hurt someone. I don't want to do this anymore.
No, it's terrible, isn't it? It's ludicrous.
But yeah, if anyone does find it, give me a call. 0871 222 1049.
So it's exciting in Leicester Square today. Have you seen what's going on outside? If you're coming into the West End and you come through Leicester Square, they're preparing for some sort of big Harry Potter shamboozle. And they've got an enormous crane and they're lifting up the Tri-Wizard Cup.
The what?
A giant Tri-Wizard Cup. I think that's what's at stake in the big opening goofball match in Harry Potter. Is it called goofball? What's it called? Witch sticks?
Goggle lump.
Goggle lump.
Quidditch.
That's it. There's a big Quidditch match at the big Quidditch match. Lucky I haven't got a speech defect. There's a big Quidditch match at the beginning of the new Harry Potter film, and they've got a giant cup on the balcony of the Odeon Leicester Square, and they're going to do some big sort of presentation in the square, probably Blue singing, or McFly. Don't you think, usually, that sort of thing?
Yeah. Or Atomic Kitten. Oh, they don't exist anymore. I'm about 70.
Don't you think it's almost premiere overload in London, though? Too many premieres.
Yeah,
Every night there's something.
There's one
Law
on
of diminishing
Monday.
returns. Is there?
For, what's it called?
Chicken Little.
No, the one with Cameron Diaz and Tony Collette
In My
it.
Shoes. In Her Shoes, yeah. That looks terrible.
That looks pretty bad.
Anyway, if you're a Harry Potter fan, now's the time to come down to Leicester Square and actually see the giant Quidditch Cup.
Wow. And they've put, like, a big backdrop of mountains and a castle and stuff up there.
Yeah.
Did you see Daniel Radcliffe on Jonathan Ross last night?
No. Was he actually on the show being interviewed?
Yeah.
How was he?
Well, he seems like a straight edge person, so I don't think he was on drugs, but he was certainly behaving like it. I mean, you can't blame the guy. It must be pretty overwhelming if you're 16 years old and you're
Do my Harry Potter impression.
It's pretty good. All you need to do is really clench your teeth.
Be very nervous.
And sort of stretch your mouth as wide as possible.
But all he does is move his bottom lip, isn't it?
Yeah. He looks like a big Thunderbird puppet.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
That's your encapsulation
That's
of
my
Harry Potter.
encapsulation of the entire series. Harry Potter. Why are you standing next to that dead cat? I didn't do it. It was somebody else all door. I don't know.
It's supposed to be good, though, the new one.
Apparently it's supposed to be the same
He was nice, though.
as all the others.
He was...
Exactly the same.
No, it's supposed to be good.
It's supposed to be the same.
I liked the last one. He seemed like a nice fellow. Did you? And you missed Woody Harrelson on there as well. I thought he would... I want to be his friend. I always thought Woody Harrelson was a nutcase, but he seemed really nice last night on the Jonathan Ross thing. Did you see that, Lila?
No, I was watching Harry Potter.
Were you?
Yeah, I was at screening last night.
And it's the same, isn't it?
No, I liked it.
It's the same.
I hated the first one. This one, much improved.
Yeah.
It gets
Much
sexy, doesn't it?
improved.
Doesn't Harry Potter, have sex?
No,
No,
he
no,
doesn't. What are you thinking
Well,
about?
doesn't he just kiss a lady? Does he kiss a girl?
No, there's no kissing.
I thought he falls in love with an Asian babe.
What are you talking about, you weirdo? I'm going to play music now because
Come on, listeners, that's true, isn't it? There's some sort of Asian babe involved in the new Harry Potter.
Going down a dirty,
This is true.
magical
It's
alley.
not dirty. There's nothing dirty about love. Nothing dirty about sex, unless you're having it with me.
Okay, here's Gorillas
Okay.
with Dirty Harry.
Moving on. That's good, isn't it? That's got to be one of the best songs with a children's choir in it since maybe the Pink Floyd.
Grandad.
Yeah,
By
since
Clive Dunn.
Grandad.
Yeah.
No, since whatever it's called.
The Wall.
Another Brick in the Wall.
Another
Yeah,
Brick
by
in
Pink
the Wall.
Floyd.
Yeah, I agree with
Good
that.
track. And they performed at the MTV Music Awards, the MTV Europe Music Awards, using a special thing called Pepper's Ghosts. Pepper's Ghost, which is a sort of magic effect where you have a slanted piece of glass and it makes you appear as if you're a real ghost.
Ooh.
It was supposed to be very exciting. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I saw a little clip of Chris Martin doing a funny sketch with Borat.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed amusing.
Amusing. I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's Adam and Joe on XFM.
So we should play some ads and then come back maybe with a competition?
With a competition, or maybe we need the listeners' help, don't we, Adam, with this quandary we're in.
Yeah. Well, we should talk about that maybe. Okay. Well, all that after these messages and a bit more music. This is XFM.
XFM. What do you know?
That's the Future Heads with Area. This is Adam and Joe on XFM on a Saturday afternoon.
Yes, and Harry Potter does have an Asian girlfriend in the new film. She's called Cho, but he doesn't kiss her.
Okay.
That's for the next book.
Right.
They're taking it slow.
Wow, so imagine what book 15's going to be like.
Hot, hot, hot.
Hot and dirty.
Yes.
Dirty
So,
Potter.
listeners, we need your help because Channel 4, unsurprisingly, are doing an exciting list show called The 100 Greatest Funny Moments. Now, this is a list show about non-scripted comedy, I think. I've been trying to work out kind of what the criteria is, but I think it's unscripted. I think it's almost, slightly insultingly to Adam and me, it's almost sort of accidentally funny things, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because one of them on the list is just a man's head going up an elephant's bottom.
That is funny, though.
Which is funny, but, you know, is there any talent involved, you know, from the elephant or the man whose head is in the elephant's bottom? Maybe not.
No.
And basically, Channel 4 have got a list of 100 sort of nominations, funny moments on their website, channel4.com/entertainment/microsites/G/greatest.
I'm sure everyone's making a note of that.
I know, it's not a very catchy URL. And you can go there and you can vote for your greatest funny moment. But in that list, currently at number 1, but only because it's alphabetical, is a clip from the Adam and Joe show.
Which clip is it? Do you remember?
It's 20% free, I think, which is something we did in our very first series, almost 10 years ago, where we went into a supermarket and ate and drank the 15% free bits, and when they complained about us doing it, we told them they didn't have any right to complain because it was free. And so that's on the list. And we've never been on one of these shows before.
No.
In fact, we're sort of invisible in the history of British television comedy, probably for a good reason. But we're quite excited because this is the first time any of these shows has ever deigned to notice our hard work. So we thought we might mobilise you, listeners, to go to that website and vote for us. But there's another quandary we've got, right, Adam?
Yeah, well, the thing is that I think we were approached originally to talk about the show and everything, to be interviewed.
To comment on other people's clips.
As well, yeah, but to talk about our thing as well, I think.
Right.
And we just said no, because we learnt our lesson a while back to just stop going on those 100 greatest shows, because they just make you feel miserable, and they're awful. But
we've never been asked on one to actually talk about stuff that we've done.
yeah, so obviously that's a bit different.
So should we go, is what we're asking you, listeners. Would you think less of us if we went on Channel 4's 100 Greatest Comedy Moments and talked in a self-indulgent way about our own work, even if, say, it was at number 99? Even if it came below the head going up the elephant's bum, which will probably be at number 1.
Well, that is a classic clip.
It is a
man.
classic clip.
If we ever did anything half as funny as that, then I'd be very happy. But
Should we go on it?
The other thing is that they've already interviewed my dad.
Right.
Because he said, listen, they've asked me to be interviewed on this show, and they're going to pay my train fare and give me some extra money, and I really want to do it. So I said, yeah, okay, well,
Good for
that's
him.
fine.
So that's a good option for us. We could just be enigmatic.
Yeah.
Too cool to go on the show. Instead, Adam's dad speaks for us in a kind of, hardcore underground comedy way. Alternatively, we could just be, jolly idiots who just turn up to anything and willingly jabber about their own stuff. You took your dad along to the recording, didn't you, Adam?
I chaperoned him to
Yeah.
make sure he had his facts straight.
And Dom Jolly was there at the recording.
Yeah, he
talking
was
about his hilarious moment.
He was in the hot
list.
seat after my dad.
So Dom Jolly isn't too good for it.
No.
But what do you think, listeners? Do you think we should go on it? Tell us, 83XFM. Give us some advice. Or email us, adamandjoe@xfm.co.uk.
Also, if you find my phone, give me a call. I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. I don't understand how things work without mobiles. How did things work in the old days? You would make an arrangement
Letters.
by letter,
Yeah.
and then you'd turn up to the place, and if the other person wasn't there, that was just tough.
Yes.
There was no way of finding
Correct.
out.
Messenger boys.
Disaster. I don't
Pigeons.
know. How did life work?
Yogurt. Cartons.
Anyway, we're going to play some music now, and after this, I think we should have our first competition.
It's Crap Commentary Corner, and you could win the complete Superman collection. All 4 Superman films on DVD. What an amazing prize.
Wow. Now, this is a free play. This is from the new Fall album. Marky Smith mumbling engagingly through a sort of uncharacteristically sweet, slightly jazzy little number called Midnight Aspen, which just makes you think of snowy mountains and clear nights and the smell of pine trees or some kind of pine fresh deodorizer. Here's the Fall. Just like a little interlude there, a little deviation from the XFM daytime playlist.
That's return to form for the fall, isn't it? After album number, what, 100 and...
Yeah, something.
Yeah, 200? Are they in 200s yet?
No, they're still...
They're over 100, though, aren't they?
Well, not original albums, no. I imagine there's over 100 sort of compilations and things.
Right.
But it's a good album. Fall Heads Roll is the name of the album. Anyway, it's competition time right now, and it's Crap Commentary Corner.
It's time to call in. You could win something amazing. Let us begin. Can you guess which film we're playing by hearing what they're saying? Crap Commentary Corner.
Don't know about that jingle, but it is Crap Commentary Corner time, and this is the part of the show where we play you an excerpt from a DVD commentary. You have to call in 0871 222 1049. Tell us who's talking about what movie. It's very simple. And this week it's a sort of delayed Halloween theme, because it's a slightly creepy, nasty clip. And in fact, it's the makers of a mystery film confessing that they actually hurt a woman during the filming.
Good.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, their reaction to this isn't very contrite. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
They don't seem very apologetic for what they've done. In fact, they seem like a bunch of murdering lunatics.
Oh, that's not very good.
0871 222 1049. It's not quite as bad as it sounds. I'll explain after the clip.
All right, then.
0871 222 1049. The prize is, of course, the complete Superman collection. Superman 1, Superman 2, Superman 3...
And all you have to do is identify
And
the
Superman
people...
4.
Identify the people speaking and the film they're speaking about in this clip.
This scene, there's a bulb in my palm with the knife, and there's a tube to feed the blood there, the fake blood. And there's a piece of tape, scotch tape, over the blade edge to keep it dull. We couldn't get the blood out of the tube onto the knife edge. And so after the fourth or fifth take, I turned away from everybody and stripped the tape off the knife, and then actually just cut her. And the reason was, at this point, we were insane.
What?
That's quite disturbing, isn't it?
That can't be true, can it?
It's true.
Ugh. Well, it's not Edgar Wright, we know that.
0871 222 1049 if you know who that is talking about what film. So we have the second clip.
Okay. Here we go.
I was so crazy. I mean, at this point, I was so crazy, and I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about hurting her. I just wanted to not do this again.
This is the first I hear about this.
Yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing about it. I wouldn't have carried on this movie. I didn't know it was actual real bloodshed.
Well, I knew that you were very sensitive, Daniel, so I didn't want to tell you about it. But there's things a man's just got to do.
I'd say that's not one of the things a man's got to do. Out of all the things a man has to do, no, that's not one.
Cutting a woman.
Who was
For your
that? I
film.
think for legal reasons we should discover who that is and report them to the police. 0871 222 1049. If you know who that was talking about what film, you could win the complete Superman collection, all 4 films, on 4 DVDs.
Call now.
XFM.
Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. Modern music with the noises of computers integrated amongst the guitars for modern listening tastes. Boop, boop. Hello?
Beep, beep.
Anybody?
That's the Kaiser Chiefs with
Thanks.
Modern Way. I was enjoying it. I was hoping you were going to carry
No,
on.
that was it.
I was thinking, where's he going to go now?
Hey, guess what?
What?
Richard's on the line.
Hey, Richard.
Hello.
Hello, Richard.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm teacher, yeah.
Yeah, so you're a professional student.
Yeah, I hate that because I don't like students. It's a bit hypocritical, but I don't watch Countdown, so...
Are you in the bath?
No.
Why is it so echoey?
I'm in the bathroom.
Ah,
You don't know what I'm doing now.
I don't want to know what you're doing. That was a disturbing little tremble in your voice as you said that. So, you reckon you know what that clip was, Richard? Should we play it again?
Yeah, let's play it
Can
quickly.
just before we play the clip, so we don't have to play it twice, Richard's wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so have another listen, Richard. And it's not a very new film, this, but it's a very, very famous horror film. And you might, get a better idea of what it is by not listening to the commentary, but listening to what's happening in the background.
Okay.
Have another listen.
Listen, Richard.
This scene, there's a bulb in my palm with the knife, and there's a tube to feed the blood there, the fake blood. And there's a piece of tape, scotch tape, over the blade edge to keep it dull. We couldn't get the blood out of the tube onto the knife edge. And so after the fourth or fifth take, I turned away from everybody and stripped the tape off the knife, and then actually just cut her. And the reason was, at this point, we were insane.
Well, I couldn't. There was just screaming going on in the background.
But what movie has that much screaming for that length of time and is quite old? And sort of noises of electrical equipment and screaming. Are you still there, Richard?
Yeah.
What was your original guess?
It was Evil Dead, but that's not right.
Quite a good
It's not
guess.
right. It is a good guess because there's a lot of screaming in Evil Dead. But is there a lot of screaming in Evil Dead?
Yeah.
Is there? Well, no, there's a lot of evil screaming because the most of the women get turned into monsters. I suppose there's screaming in the woods, isn't there?
Yeah.
Quite a lot of screaming in the woods. Do you want to have another guess, Richard?
Yeah, could it be The Thing?
Are there any women in the thing?
No,
Have a
there's
little
no
think.
women.
No women. In
Okay, yeah, well, it could be a bloke screaming, a very girly bloke. I'm sure there's one in The Thing.
What would that be then? What movie has a very girly bloke screaming?
Oh, I don't know, but I want to see it.
Oh, wait, Halloween or something like that.
No, well, you had too many guesses, Richard.
No,
Basically, listeners, it could be very easy to win that Superman collection. We'll give you one anyway, Richard, because, you know, you're calling from the bathroom, which is
right,
always
thank you.
a good thing.
Oh, by the way, I've seen
yeah.
your stand-up. It was well good. Do you have that on DVD?
Oh, that was Adam, not me.
No, I was talking... I wasn't talking to you, Joe. Yeah, that's fine.
Stand up, no.
What, sorry?
Where did you see it?
Out in Edinburgh. I was next to the guy that you said he looked like he was from the Strokes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good one. Thanks for coming along. No, it's quite a long way from DVD at the moment, but thanks a lot for enjoying it, coming along and all that stuff.
Shall we talk to Debbie? Debbie thinks she's got it.
Okay, thanks for your call, Richard.
Yeah, thanks, Richard.
Debbie, how you doing?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. You sound like a fruity, lovely person.
Debbie, you can't. Surely you're not a fan of traumatic horror films, are you?
Only slightly, yeah.
What's your guess?
Well, I thought it might be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it might have been Tobe Hooper talking.
Well, hey, I think that wins it for Debbie.
That's absolutely right.
It's not. It's actually Gunnar Hansen or whatever he's called, the guy that plays Leatherface.
Right, okay.
Talking, but that's exactly the right film, and Tobe Hooper's in there, sort of being a bit shocked by Gunnar Hansen's.
Right, that was him being shocked. Right, okay. Yeah.
So that's very good, Debbie. That's very impressive. And I'd just like to let everybody know that he's actually talking about cutting her finger, which is still it's still a bit nasty, but not as nasty as it might have been.
No, it's quite sweet in comparison, really.
Yeah.
Does Gunnar Hansen still act then?
I think Gunnar Hansen kind of makes a living on the convention circuit.
Yeah, 'cause
signing Leatherface. I may be wrong. Maybe he's had some roles, but I haven't seen him above the title of a film.
No one's really going to be fighting to work with him after admitting that he cuts people for real. Anyway, thanks very much indeed for your call, Debbie. Congratulations, and we're going to send you that Superman prize. Hope you enjoy it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Have a good weekend. There you go. Fantastic. Well done, Debbie. See, that's a secret lady horror fan, Lady Gore fan. There's not too many of those around, are there?
I don't know. Maybe that sort of fruity cheerfulness in her voice was actually masking a life of evil, and she was standing in a bloody kitchen amongst 20 corpses.
Bloody kitchen. Hey, I want to talk about bloody kitchens, actually.
Bloody kitchens.
Have you seen The F Word?
Is that Gordon Ramsay's new show?
Yeah. I
haven't.
I want to talk about it. Anyway, here's an old classic right now. This is Weezer with Buddy Holly. That's Weezer with Buddy Holly. So, yeah. I wanted to, talk about that. I'm really confused and sort of thrown off this week now because of my phone, you know? I know I'm being a bit pathetic about it, but I'm really sorry. It's just scrambled my head.
Try and move on.
Try and move on?
Yeah.
All right, then.
What have you seen on telly? You want to talk about Gordon Ramsay?
Yes. You know what? I'm going to talk about Gordon Ramsay in the second hour of the show. Did you see Broken News this week?
No.
Do you know about Broken News?
Yeah, Broken News is a kind of sub the day-to-day. Is it on the BBC or ITV? I'm not sure.
I believe it's BBC 2 Monday evenings.
Tries to replicate the experience of surfing between news channels in a satirical way, but very difficult thing to do because it's been done so well already in the day-to-day years ago.
Just staggeringly pointless, the whole exercise. And you just think, what were they thinking? Why would they do it? It's kind of like, was it Gus Van Sant that remade Psycho? Mm-hmm. It seems to be the same sort of exercise in TV terms, because they don't really cover any new ground at all that wasn't covered in the day-to-day. All the stuff about, the ludicrous nature of handovers on news shows, the artificiality of the kind of banter between the presenters, and they do all them sort of mad words and mad names, for sports teams. The Wolverhampton Baboons, and they've got like a travel reporter woman who says things like, traffic's not too bad on Minger Lane, not too many buses at Bigot's Foot, and all this kind of stuff.
You see, Morris would not use such obvious words, would he?
Minger
and baboon.
No. He'd go to the next level. Yeah, but you just think, why? Level. I mean, the thing is, it's not bad. In itself, it's not badly done, the show. It's kind of pretty well done, in fact, and most of the presenters that they've got on it are really good, and they really do a pretty excellent job of encapsulating what those people are like on a lot of news programmes. And the production values are pretty excellent, and, you can't fault any of that at all. But it just seems so sort of like everyone's given up and thought, well, we can't think of anything. We'll just remake some stuff that was good before. But it doesn't really have any of the funny characters that the Day-to-Day had, There's no Alan Partridges and Calately Sisters, and all you think is, oh my God, it's going to be exactly the same every week. They're just going to rotate between these, 6 or 7 setups that they've got and established in the first episode, and that's all you're going to get. I don't know. You should watch it. Have you gone to sleep, Joe?
I don't want to watch it. It sounds terrible. You know what I think it is? Maybe it's commissioning editors, because the Day-to-Day was... It probably not many people watched it. What do you think? Couple of million? Maybe they think if they make a slightly rubbishier version of something that was genuinely good, it'll get more viewers.
Yeah, that's an interesting
in the past.
theory.
I'm trying to think of other shows that support that theory, but I'll need some time.
Water it down, make it more accessible.
Hey, listen, can I talk about something I saw on TV?
Sure.
I've been watching some kids' TV, and I've seen an amazing thing called Lazy Town. And I want to know if anyone out there has seen Lazy Town. I couldn't quite believe it. It's possibly the most surreal thing I've ever seen. It's on in the mornings and the evenings, and it concerns a little girl in a purple bob. She's got a sort of purple bob hair and a sort of weird pink skirt, and she's in a sort of cartoon world inhabited by giant deformed plastic puppet children. And there's a villain who's called something like Roger Wrong or Robbie Wrong, and there's a hero called Sporticus, and it's all amazingly high speed, as if it's been directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And the villain looks a bit like Bruce Campbell.
Is it live action, did you say?
It's live action, yeah, but it's very frenetic and over the top. And I think I might have dreamt it, so I need someone out there to text us, 83XFM, or email or call, and confirm that this show exists. I think it's the freakiest kids' TV show I've ever seen.
Lazy Town.
Lazy Town. And they sing an awful sub-steps gay disco song at the end.
Have you ever seen The Wiggles?
What do The Wiggles do?
They're like a bunch of... There's 4 Australian blokes with their sweaters tucked into their trousers.
Right.
And they sing bad songs. And you should check out The Wiggles, because that's pretty weird as well.
There was a song at the end of the episode of Lazy Town I saw that went, bing, bang, biggle, bong, boo, silly words I sing when I am dancing, da, 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 da. Yeah?
That sounds quite good.
It does sound quite good, doesn't it?
That's the new Sugar Babes single.
Has anyone else seen Lazy Town? Where's it from? They all speak... One of them's sort of French, one of them's American, one of them's English.
Wow. Cosmopolitan.
It's weird.
Oh, wow. I really want to see it now. What time is it on?
It's on in the morning, which is why
So sometime before midday.
I can't actually trust. No, I think about 10.
10.
I can't actually trust that I was fully awake when I was watching it.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to... call us if you've seen Lazy Town. We should play some adverts, and then we'll be back for our second hour here on XFM.
XFM.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's scary, isn't it? The Dead 60s with Ghostface Killer.
So I should just say thanks to... We've been inundated with texts and emails about Lazy Town. It does exist.
Good.
And it is mental. And a lot of people like it. A lot of people are frightened by it. Some people encourage their kids to watch it. Other people are worried about the subliminal messages buried in Lazy Town. But basically, further research uncovers that it's created by a Finnish man called Magnus Scheving, who took 12 years to develop the concept of Lazy Town.
Wow.
And he is a world-class athlete, an actor and comedian, and he plays Sporticus, so he's in it. The guy that plays Sporticus actually created it. And it's on telly in 43 countries, and it, I quote, delivers pro-health and pro-social messages in an entertaining and non-violent way.
That sounds ideal.
It sounds very good. I've changed my mind about Lazy Town. I think it should be encouraged. But while I was watching Lazy Town, have you got my little CD there, Adam?
Yes. What number do you want?
Let's have to just track one. While I was watching Lazy Town, there was a commercial break, and everyone knows that kids' commercials are insane, right? Kids' commercials exist on a completely different level from adult commercials, and the basic formula for a kids' commercial is to do kind of a pop song with lyrics that describe the product. It's an amazing fortress, 16 chambers of dungeons. Oh, I'm just making it up. You know, projectiles, really fast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at the end, the new dungeon, blah, 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 then a really fast bit of spiel at the end. So pretty much every kid's advert follows that formula.
Yeah.
But there's one that takes that formula to new, insane levels. And it's for a doll called Princess Alexa.
Yeah.
And I've recorded this song, and I think it's the strangest song I've ever heard. And just to let you know what's happening on screen while this song happens, there's a tiny little girl, maybe about 3 or 4, who appears to have been either drugged or given alcohol to make her, you know, controllable. She's dressed up like a princess, and she's pushing this crappy plastic pram, all done up with horrible little jewels. And in the pram is this horrible baby doll, all done up like an awful tacky princess. And it's advertising Princess Alexa, who's the doll, and her pram.
Yeah.
So while this strange, woozy little girl plays with the doll and the pram, this is the song that plays. And what I want you to tell me, listeners, is what the hell they're saying. What are they saying in this song? You can understand the first bit, but if you can understand what they're saying in the second bit, you're a better human being than me. Have a listen.
My sweet Alexa, you really are a princess, Princess Alexa. Now a beautiful pram made just for you, with magical wand that lights. Nice royal music too.
What are they saying? I've listened to it so many times. to try and make it clearer what they're saying, I've slowed down the salient bits. If you go to track 2, here's the salient bits slowed down. See if this makes it any easier to work out what's being sung.
Now a beautiful pram made just for you, with magical wand that lights. Nice royal music too.
What's going on?
You talk about Lazy Town scaring you. No wonder you're frightened.
My sweet Alexa, you really are a princess. Princess Alexa. And then what do they say?
They say it's something about your special with a special pram
Play it
just
once
for
more.
you.
Play
Here
the
we
first
go.
one once more.
I'm going to play the slow one.
If you at home can figure out what they're saying, give us a call. 0871 222
the fast
1049.
The fast one's impossible. I'll play the slow one. Hang on.
Now a beautiful pram made just for you, with magical wand that lights. Nice royal music too.
You know what? I think they've done it like backmasking.
There's a satanic message in there, isn't there?
Well, that's it. I think the satanic message is something about a pram just for you with magic and lights on it.
Yeah, I tell you, because I really did listen to this about 400 times last night. Very nearly drove me insane. What he's saying is, now a beautiful pram made just for you. Now a beautiful pram made just for you.
Right.
With magical crown that lights. With magical crown that lights. Okay, but the next bit I cannot figure out. Viceroy snap music too.
It's probably backwards, but they're saying it's fun to smoke marijuana backwards.
Can we hear the first one just once more?
Okay, here we go.
I love it. I can't hear it enough.
My sweet Alexa, you really are a princess, Princess Alexa. Now a beautiful pram made just for you, with magical wand that lights. Nice royal music too.
There's something creepy going on there, listeners. Keep your children away from that advert.
I
There's
think
backmasking.
it says nice royal music too.
Nice royal music. So the person singing it is Swedish.
Yeah.
And they've edited it to fit all that product information. They've edited every single breath of air from in between the words. Slightly counterproductive.
That's genius.
Just as a warning, apparently the Princess Alexa pram is rubbish and the wheels fall off. So in case you're in a store and that song is implanted as a subliminal message to make you buy it, don't.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
We have to point out.
Yeah, it might be brilliant.
So here's a free play right now. This is Wire with a track called Outdoor Miner. Outdoor Miner by Wire. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. We're here for another 40 minutes or so.
Hey, and thanks to everyone who's texted in suggestions for the lyrics to the Princess Alexa song. We think it's something like, with magical wand that lights for you and music too. Basically, we still don't know. Magical walnut lights.
It's not magical walnut.
It sounds very like magical. They would have to... Walnut lights would be inherently magical.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we're ever going to know, and if we did know, we would uncover some hideous satanic conspiracy.
Hey, have you ever noticed that BBC Two, maybe it's just my sort of satellite box or whatever, but BBC Two, a lot of the audio is slightly out of sync?
No, haven't noticed that.
You never had that?
No.
I'm sure... At first I thought I was losing my mind. I noticed it with the Bob Dylan documentary.
I'll tell you what it is. The shows they put out on BBC Two are slightly more intellectual, so it just might take you a second longer to work out what they're talking.
His mouth is not moving at the same time.
Tell us about Gordon Ramsay, though. Because I've been seeing those appalling, their Channel 4 seem to use the same photographer for their giant posters, and they're always kind of...
It's kind of sub-Pierre Gilles...
Oh, who's that American photographer that does... Yeah, David LaChapelle. Sort of sub-LaChapelle portmanteau things. Of This one's got... what's his face in a bath of caviar.
Gordon Ramsay in a bath.
Surrounded by weird food and ladies. And it's advertising a show called The F Word.
The F Word, and I didn't even figure, because I'm partly thick anyway.
That's the way to get... Basically put the F word into the title of your product. That's the way to get attention these days.
The idea...
Eat the fuckers.
It's the same as most of Channel 4's advertising, like their big campaign for More 4 was basically looked like a porn channel, didn't it? And then the F word, I didn't even... food was the last F word that I actually thought of. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But anyway, it's a very strange mishmash of a cookery show. It's like every single type of cookery thing that's ever been done on TV before, mixed in to a great big stupid pot. You see, I'm using kind of a cooking
analogy.
Metaphor. Yeah.
Simile.
And it's really a strange mess.
So what other things that have been used in cookery shows before?
Well, of course, you've got your straight recipe section, so he shows you how to cook something. So obviously that's there, but then it's all set in a kind of mad futuristic space restaurant that they seem to have built somewhere.
Wow.
That's all white and very brightly lit and weirdly designed with strange balconies of kind of... It looks a bit like 2001.
Wow.
Mixed in with some really bad nightclub or other. And so then they have a celebrity diner, and last week it was Joan Collins.
Wow.
So Ramsay sits down and interviews Collins. I don't know who thought that he would be a good person to interview anyone. But anyway, so he sort of sits there, asks her some boring questions. She drives the whole thing pretty much single-handedly, and he just sits there sort of going, yeah, right, okay. And then occasionally he'll go into the kitchen, and literally they'll have a little swearing fix of him just sort of shouting at a couple of his chefs for about 10 seconds. For no reason, just so you know...
'Cause that's what the viewers love.
Yeah, because, it's Ramsay, he swears
Stir
at
that
people.
more! Stir it more!
Stir it more!
Stir it in the other direction!
Turn the heat up, you effing moron! And then he'll get back to interviewing someone else or chatting to someone about some food-related issue.
Clean how do you clean your grill pan?
And then they'll have a thing where he tries to,
Do you wash the fat away, or do you scrape it into a paper towel?
That's an interesting idea
chat.
for a segment, yeah. But anyway, one of the things that struck me about it was that the straight recipe section, where he shows you how to cook something, seems to have been inspired by Get Stuffed. You remember Get Stuffed,
Get
right?
Stuffed was a classic late-night, possibly London-only late-night TV show, made by a couple of students who became millionaires.
Yeah.
Or so the rumour went.
Well, it ran for about 10 years or something.
And it was
didn't
all shot on camcorders. They just ran into a sort of a mini market and bought some stuff, took it home, showed you how to cook it.
And they would play sort of bad rock guitar behind it, really thin, reedy little
It was like
guitar.
a punk cookery show.
And it was like, yeah, we're going to cook! And they'd show you how to cook really pretty basic things.
Yeah, I think our listeners remember Get Stuffed.
So basically it's the same. It's like, I'm going to cook halibut! And then there's some rock music playing behind it. And then I've done a little illustration for you to show you what it's like. So imagine Gordon cooking toast.
We're gonna make some toast. Bread out of bag. Into toaster. Handle down. Draw. Knife. Draw. Toast pops up. Butter tub. Spread butter. Eat it. Yum. Toast.
That's what it's like. I swear to you,
That's
no
sexy and
exaggeration.
exciting. I want toast now.
Well, maybe it works, but that's the formula they use on the F word.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing. Just to sort of...
Do they use sound effects on the knife being picked up? Because that's an area they could go to.
Yeah, no, it's all... I'm illustrating that in an audio way. On the TV show, it's all fast-cut shots of the food they're cooking and that kind of thing, But he literally just does that, like punctuates it, but with these kind of things like halibut, slice it, pepper.
He's angry about the halibut.
He's furious and turned
What's
on
the halibut done to him?
by the halibut.
It's angered and aroused him. He's going to have that halibut.
Anyway, it's kind of a mystifying show.
I look forward to watching it. That's brilliant. Toast.
Toast. Let's play some music.
Let's play some music. Who is it, Adam?
Oh, I don't know. I think I might have put the wrong thing. I don't know.
Oh, jeepers.
I don't know. I had the right thing all along.
Quickly.
It's Hard Fight.
Hard
Hard fight, hard to beat, back after this.
XFM.
There you go, that is the magic numbers with Love Me Like You. This is Adam and Joe on XFM this Saturday afternoon. It's almost time for Ditties in the Dock. Not quite yet. Should we say what the category is this week?
Why not?
We should have done fireworks. What were we thinking? Something firework-based.
Instead, we've done what?
Saxophones.
Saxophones. It's not saxophone night.
No. Mind you, I can't think of that many firework-based songs, but I guess you could have something that was just vaguely gunpowder
Yeah, something with
plot
bangs
related.
in it and pops.
Bangs and pops.
You know, I think we've actually got to the bottom of the Princess Alexa song.
Oh yeah.
With magical wand that lights, is what it is, and music too. So we now know all the lyrics.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to say them
No,
for
I'm
us?
not going to read them out unless you want me to.
Why not?
Because they're just gibberish. Now a beautiful pram made just for you, with magical wand that lights. Oh, maybe there's still a bit that we don't know. We'll never know though.
Well,
and the other thing we should put to bed is whether we're going to go on this clip show.
Yeah, what's the consensus?
Well, just fill for a bit and I'll tell you. I mean, we had lots and lots of texts, but we've had lots since then, mostly about Lazy Town, so I've got to go earlier.
Okay, here's... While I'm filling, have you ever noticed that Guy Ritchie and Madonna are turning into Richard and Judy?
No. Are they? What, in terms of appearance?
Yeah. Have you ever?
Yeah.
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 Dude,
all right, dude.
I've turned into the turtle in Finding Nemo.
So what's
I mean
made
that in a
you
good way.
notice that?
I just saw a photograph of them the other day, and she looks like Judy Finnegan, and he's turning into Richard Madeley.
Wow.
It's good.
I think that's good. Well done. Nice filling.
Thanks, Ben.
The consensus is that we should do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
The main comment was, I think I said that would people think worse of us if we did it. Most people have texted in saying they couldn't possibly think any worse of us.
Yeah.
In a friendly sort of a way.
Mm-hmm.
But most people think we should do it because nobody watches those things.
It's really not as if there's much mystique to protect anyway.
And the other good suggestion is, or the one good reason for not doing it, is that we'll get to see other minor celebrities. We'll be forced to talk about our work. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Finally find out what Jane Middlemass thought of that sketch.
I can't believe she ever saw it. She's not a minor celebrity anymore.
She's a major celebrity, and she wouldn't have seen it. They'll give her a tape.
Yeah,
She'll
that's
watch
true.
it just before they film the interview.
Did we ever do one of those things where we actually hadn't seen what we were talking about? Because that's standard practice. You just go in there and you don't even watch the tape and you just kind of freestyle. You watch one clip, but you've never actually watched the whole programme. And so you just talk about
I'm
that
sure
one
we did that.
clip as if you're an expert.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, saxophone, Ditties in the Dock. Should we just get into it anyway?
Why not?
Why not?
You know what? Oh, go on.
What were you going to say?
I had trouble finding a saxophone-based song. Not sure mine. It's got a saxophone on it.
Saxophone-based songs. There's so many. There's loads. You could have all sorts of Bowie stuff that's got saxophones.
Well, Bowie
in it.
was a saxophonist, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was taught by a very famous saxophone player. In fact, he was taught by the guy that did the sax solo on Walk on the Wild Side. That guy was apparently, I read on the internet, was Bowie's sax teacher. Yeah, but Bowie does all sorts of weird sax solos, some quite bad ones, that he sort of excuses by saying they're mystical and Eastern. At the end of, like, TVC-15 has a particularly rambling sax solo at the end that goes slightly out of tune.
Is there a sax solo on that?
I think so, a little bit of sax. Maybe wrong.
Yeah, he plays on Iggy Pop's albums as well, some weird sax.
But I was going to pick Soul Love by Bowie, because that's got one of the nicest sax solos on it.
Well, you could have had Careless Whisper as well, George Michael.
I just don't think anyone would have voted for it. I mean, there are lots of bad choices, lots of Kenny G. I was thinking the theme from Benny Hill. That's got to be the biggest, most famous sax workout in the history of music.
Yeah.
You know that one.
I almost brought in Ark of the Diver. Is it Ark of the Diver or Baker Street? Or have they both got sax on them?
Well, Baker Street's the famous one. I've never heard of. What is Ark of the Diver?
That's Baker Street,
yeah.
Ark of the Diver, maybe I'm insane about that one. That's a good song, though. Anyway, in the end, I brought in some Madness.
Good choice.
Because that is about as good as saxophone ever got, really.
Yeah.
Madness just went all crazy all over saxophone's arse.
Well, it's true, isn't it? To make a saxophone sound good, you just don't do any sustained notes.
Yeah.
You sort of pump it like a trumpet.
That's right.
Pump it like a trumpet.
So I brought in One Step Beyond.
Good choice.
By Madness.
I was nearly going to bring in Night Boat to Cairo.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
You didn't. What did you bring in instead?
I brought in Pig Bag by Pig Bag. Now, younger listeners might not know Pig Bag, but they were like a very early 80s post-punk band formed by a guy called Chris Hamlin, who went to the same art school as Adam here, Cheltenham Art College.
Did he?
And Pig Bag, you'll recognise it the moment you hear it. It's a fantastic sort of ska song, isn't it? With a really driving beat and a really nasty, dirty bass riff. Ugh. And a honky-tonky saxophone on it. And it's just brilliant. And coincidentally enough, it's one of the tracks that features on the CD we're giving away to everybody who gets on air for Ditties this week. It's called Going Underground. It's a 2-CD compilation of kind of, how would you describe the music of the Jam, the Undertones, the Police, Elvis Costello Squeeze, the Specials and Madness? Two-tone ska?
Sort of new wavy?
Yeah, that sort of business. But Pig Bag's on there, track 5, and so that's what I'd like you to vote for. Pig Bag by Pig Bag.
So whatever happened to Pig Bag then?
They just split up, I think. They could never really match the catchiness of that one single. You know, some bands almost record a track that's so good that they're sort of doomed. Do you know what I mean? And Pig Bag it's just an incredible track, and it still sounds as fresh as it did 25 years ago.
Contemporaries of the Higsons, I think, Charlie Higson's band, who sounded a little bit similar. It was kind of funky, punky.
Yeah.
It was good.
But basically, it's two really solid post-punk ska-ish tracks in Ditties. Pig Bag by Pig Bag, and from Adam,
One Step Beyond by Madness.
So call 0871 222 1049. Everybody who gets on air wins a copy of the Going Underground compilation. Call now!
XFM.
Sorry about that. Forgot to actually play the song there. Nodded off. This is Block Party.
Oh, look at that. It's gone all Armageddon outside. It was a beautiful sunny morning this morning. Now there is no natural light.
Armageddon time!
Nails are falling from the sky at speed.
Not actually raining though, is it?
Don't know. They say it's going to be rainy tonight for fireworks night. Oh dear.
That's okay. Before we polish off This Is in the Dock, I just want to say a few thank yous to some of the people that have communicated with us over the last couple of weeks. Thanks, obviously, to everyone who's emailed us, but thanks a lot to Christine for this amazingly interesting email, which I probably shouldn't
say too much about. Christine emailed us about one of the people that was in our 20% free
One of the people that happened to be in the shop there. She knows all about him, and he's got a fairly extraordinary, rather disturbing story, which we probably shouldn't read out. But thanks a lot for the email, Christine. And thanks to Theo and Max, who got in touch with me the other day. They found my details on my website and sent me a very nice letter saying they enjoy the show. And I did an interview with them for their website, which is all about animals. It was very bizarre. And they sent me a copy of Dunstan Checks In to say thank you.
Oh, that's a good film.
Yeah, so thanks a lot, Theo and Max. And thanks a lot as
Are
well
they
to
children, Theo and Max?
I don't know. They could be any age.
Right.
Thanks a lot as well to the guy. Did you see the guy last weekend who was waiting outside for us with a top hat on?
Yes, the band.
And a guitar?
Yeah.
And his band was called Something Hammer. I failed to write it down properly as I left the house. I'm really sorry about that. But if you're listening, thanks a lot. I really liked your album. Probably can't play any of it because then it'll be encouraging all sorts of people just to give me stuff which I won't be able to play. But I really liked it, so thanks for that. And, you know, if anyone ever wants to send us stuff, they're more than welcome. Right, so let's polish off Ditties in the Dock right now.
This week it's Madness versus Pig Bag, and we've got 5 callers on the line. Everyone who calls wins a copy of Going Underground, which is a great 2-CD sort of music compilation.
Well sold.
Thanks.
Nice.
So
okay.
should we go to Gail first?
Yeah. Hey, Gail.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
Well, fine. What are your plans for fireworks night, Gail?
Very boring, staying in babysitting the dog.
Really?
Because he's terrified.
Oh, protect the dog.
I have to protect the dog, so I'll be armed with beer for myself and some special oils to go in the dog's drink to knock him out.
Are you one of these women that lets dogs lick you all over your face?
Hell no.
Oh, thank goodness. I was really worried there for a second. Didn't know which way that was going to go. Okay, what, you mean like...
What's her answer?
She said no, like Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy.
Yeah. There are
no baby talk, no face licking, none of that.
Just treat it like a dog.
Yeah.
Quite right, well
treat
done,
it like
Gail.
the dog that it is.
So what's your vote?
Madness.
Hey, there we go.
One step beyond. Thanks very much indeed for calling, Gail. Have a good evening with your dog. And Martin, how are you doing?
All right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you very much. What are you up to tonight? Are you going to any exciting parties?
I'll be working in the kitchen tonight.
Are you... whereabouts in the kitchens are you?
I'm a kitchen porter. I do the washing up.
KP, pot wash.
Well done, Martin.
Misery. Have a good night anyway, Martin. And what are you going to vote for? Is it Madness or Pig Bag?
I'm going for Madness.
Ooh, 2 for Madness.
2-0, not looking good for Cornish.
You know, I thought it was going to be a walkover for Pig Bag because it is an amazing song.
Pauline, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Plans tonight? Anything we can join in with?
I'm going to a party, a firework party.
Private or public?
Private.
Really?
Yes.
Are they going to have spent a lot of money on fireworks, or is it going to be a bit measly?
No, they normally do really, really good shows.
Do they?
That's why we always go.
What are their first names?
Anthony and Mandy.
Anthony and Mandy's fireworks party is always a lavish affair.
It is.
They spend so much money on fireworks. Do you remember what happened last year?
Fireworks. I think he gets them somewhere. I don't know. They're cheap anyway.
Really? He goes over to Eastern Europe.
Anthony's fireworks were so large last year that he lost a hand. He'd lost a hand the previous year, so now he has no hands, but he has the finest firework display in the whole of the London area.
Is there anybody who, custom makes fireworks? Like Adam and me, when we used to make our little toy films, we used to slice up fireworks and create pyrotechnics. Well, that's the only way we could reconstruct the sinking of the Titanic or Saving Private Ryan.
Nearly died.
We used to nearly kill each other.
occasions.
Of course, we don't encourage anybody to do that. But someone there in London must sort of splice fireworks.
Don't encourage anyone, man.
Okay,
that
I'm not
sounds
encouraging.
bad.
I'm saying that's a bad idea.
Pauline, are you going to vote for Pig Bag or for Madness?
Pig Bag.
Hey, Pig Bag,
wants
back
Pig
from the
Bag.
dead.
Okay.
2-1 still to Madness.
Have a good time tonight, Pauline. Please be careful.
Yes, don't mess with fireworks.
Ali, how you doing there?
Hiya.
Hello.
Are you well?
I am very well, thanks.
Good.
What about you tonight, Ali? What's going down up
Going
your
to
alley?
40th birthday party.
40th birthday party.
Not sure about the fireworks.
There's sure to be fireworks, but maybe not of the incendiary kind.
Emotional fireworks.
Midlife crisis.
Look at Catherine. She's spinning like a wheel. Oh dear.
Ali, are you still with us?
I am, yeah.
What are you voting for?
Pig Bag, please.
Oh, it's exciting.
It's a knife edge, a cliff edge.
Thanks, Ali. Have a good time tonight. Don't drink too much and cause problems.
It's all down to Dave. Dave?
Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Okay, don't tell us what you're voting for yet. We can spin this out just like a top ITV game show. What are you up to tonight, Dave?
I'm going to Cheltenham to a firework party.
Really?
To Cheltenham, the place, not the football club. What am I talking about? Of course, there's only the place.
Where else could he be going?
I don't know.
Cheltenham, the
My
planet?
brain is really in a bad situation.
Cheltenham,
this
the
week.
idea.
Yeah.
Dave, what sort of a fireworks display will it be?
I really don't know.
Why are you going all the way to Cheltenham for a fireworks display?
Friends who used to live in London who moved out.
Well, make them come to you. Fireworks are better in London. Kids have got them tied to their hands and ears and feet.
Okay.
They're running down the street posting them through letterboxes, hurling them at policemen and blowing up cars.
They are around where we live, aren't
The world does basically go mad for this month, doesn't it?
they? Yeah, it's like Lebanon.
But not in Cheltenham. Cheltenham's a more civilised area, right?
Absolutely.
Tonight.
So, Dave, come on. What's it going to be? Spin it out a little bit. Tease us a little bit.
Well,
Is it going to be madness or pig bag?
as much as I would like to hear Pigback, which I've never heard of, I am going to go with that.
Oh, he's going for the madness. Thanks very much for your call, Dave. Have a good time tonight. Sorry, man.
That's okay. I'll just bring in, you know,
You're not
less
doing very
interesting
well.
records.
Yeah, well, listen, I do want to play a snatch because Dave said he'd never even heard the pig bag.
That's the thing. I've just got to bring in better known records. This is Pig Bag.
Remember this? Come on, folks, you got to remember this one. This is what you passed up.
Hey, but this is wrong. Take it off.
Okay.
If you lose,
We
you
didn't even get the
lose.
riff there. Bam, bam.
It's very famous. That's what you're missing.
That's what you're missing.
Okay, take it off instead. Man, it was also a fantastic track.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with this. Hey, listen, thanks very much indeed, everybody, for listening and for getting in touch with us.
Yeah, thanks
this
to everyone
week.
who's emailed and texted and phoned.
So we're going to do the interview, right?
Well, I think so. We'll have another look over the over the texts.
All right, then.
And find out what the consensus was, but I think we probably will.
We'll see you next week. We're going to leave you in Marsha's capable hands because Justin Lee Collins is chasing the A-team in Los Angeles. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But we'll see you next week. Love you, bye!
Hey, you! Don't watch that! Watch this!